That's a Cooper's IPA beer kit. Crystal clear, beautiful head on it. This is another one here. Right now it's my favorite beer kit. But we're not going to brew this today. We're going to brew a beer kit. By the way, hi guys, it's Craig here. I'm going to brew a beer kit that was sent to me from New Zealand. Fellow's name is Steve, and he's I think his name is SteveJamesBar on Justin TV. I'm not sure if he has a YouTube channel, but he sent me. Let's grab it out of the. Got it in the warm water here. This is a Lion beer kit, Lion brand beer kit, and it's a dark ale. I'm going to brew this right now. I know it's a simple brewing video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured, hey, why not? I'll do this on camera. Now, this took a little bit of a beating in the plane. Looks like it swelled a bit from the pressure difference, but it's not leaking, so we're all set. There's no problem. I'm going to put it in the sanitizer for a few minutes so that when I open it, no germs get in, and we're going to get right to this. I've got 500 grams of dextrose and 500 grams of dry malt extract. That's all I'm going to do. Plus, I'm going to drink my home brew. Oh God, it's biscuity. It's got hops. It's beautiful, delicious. Put that somewhere where I'm not going to. I hope that doesn't end up in the washing machine too. You'll see at the end of the video something that just happened over there. But anyways, I've sanitized everything. I've got everything all set. Very, very basic and simple. I don't know why I'm even doing this because you've seen me do it before, but people keep asking, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab the lid there, put the spoon on top of the lid, the airlock on top of the lid so everything stays sanitized. I'm going to just check my spigot. Okay, it's closed. First thing I'm going to do, I've got a kettle over here. This is you've seen this before. Making beer can be very, very easy and you get good results. 1 pound of dry malt extract, in it goes into a sanitized fermenter. Okay. Then we grab some boiling water. And add that in there. Probably about a half a gallon or so. And I'm going to fill this back up and put it on again so I can rinse out the can. There we go. Okay, now we've got our dry malt extract in here. You don't put the dextrose in. If you're using dextrose, you do not want to add it at this stage if you're making a beer kit like this, because the dry malt extract will not dissolve. We'll just check it with the spoon. Yeah, she's all set. Okay, now we'll dump in. This dextrose is optional. If you don't like using dextrose when you make beer, don't use it. Okay? If you can get dry malt extract for cheaper than I can, by all means use all dry malt. The can says to use 1 pound of dextrose. 2 pounds, 1 kilogram of dextrose it says to use. But then at the bottom it says you can substitute dextrose with another can of liquid malt extract, unhopped, and presumably it's fine to use dry as well. So that's what I'm doing. But to save a little bit of money, I'm not using 2 pounds of dry malt. I'm only using 1 pound of dry malt and 1 pound of dextrose. Boom. Just to bring the gravity up. Brewing with dextrose is not taboo. As long as you don't use all dextrose and hardly any malt. You can use it. Even some of the top breweries or the macro breweries use other things in the beer besides malt. They use dextrose, they use corn, they use rice, they use other things, adjuncts that give the beer a fermentability. Okay, it saves them money. Kind of what I'm doing right here, saving myself a little bit of money. That's good. Now we're going to get the can. Let's put that over there. Okay. So this is from New Zealand, and it's apparently, I mean, you can't buy it around here, this particular extract beer kit. So I'm very excited to brew this up, and I expect that it will be delicious, I hope. Now, there we go. Oh my God, it smells ridiculously amazing. Very bitter. It's got a lot of bittering properties in it. Do it. Let's pour it in. I didn't really know what else to do. I've got, other videos I'm editing right now that I'm going to be posting, brewing videos, but I figured because I received this as a gift, I wanted to brew it on YouTube. So what the heck? And then we'll try it in a few weeks to see how it tastes. Very, very dark so far. We're going to rinse out the can as soon as that boils. And while you're waiting for that, you put that in there. Hopefully we can get our temperature down enough that we can pitch our yeast. All this hot water. The water this time of year around here is pretty cold. Now I have I've said this before and I'll say it again, I have extremely good quality tap water in my area. We have one of the most advanced water filtration plants in North America in my area here. The water does have chlorine in it. It doesn't seem to bother my batches of beer. I didn't think it would be hot on top there. Here, hold the lid. And but if you want to use bottled water, I've said all this before. There we go. I'm going to fill this up to the 5-gallon mark because I want to bottle some of it and put some of it in a keg. So there we go. Beautiful. Give that a stir. And basically, literally in half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, from start to finish, you've got a batch of beer on. And if you would rather do a more involved, complex procedure, that's perfectly great. I mean, I do that too, and a lot of us do. It's a lot more fun. You can put more of your own recipe ideas into the beer, and it's a lot more fun. This is the thing, okay? It depends on why you brew beer. I brew beer because I will not buy beer from the store. It's expensive, and I'm not paying taxes to buy it so that I can drink a beer. I've said this before many, many times. Some people brew beer because it's fun to spend a Saturday, doing their grains and putting their hops and boiling, getting and building, essentially building a beer from scratch. And there's nothing more exciting than in 6 weeks or 2 months or whatever it is, cracking open one of those beers and seeing how it turned out. It's very exciting. This is not as exciting. Although this is because it's a beer kit that I've never tried before. But when I just brew, the same beer kit that I've brewed before, I already know how it's going to turn out. So there's not a lot of surprise to it. It's just you get beer. You get beer, you get good beer, but the element of creation and the element of surprise kind of isn't there as much with the beer kits as it is with the doing it all grain or even the partial extract. And that's the difference really as far as, that goes. I mean, of course there's flavor differences and all that too, but I mean, it depends on what you're doing. But anyways, we've got this. We're going to check our temperature here. It's at about 23 degrees Celsius, which is great. And I'm going to sprinkle on my yeast. It came with a package of just no-name yeast, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm sure the yeast is made for the particular style of beer that we've got here. Sanitized scissors. Whoops. And we'll just sprinkle this on top. You won't be able to see that, but there we go. There we are. And what I do is I put the top on like this. Whoops. And I just put it on loose like that, stick the airlock like that, You could ferment it like this, actually. You don't have to have it snapped on tight. But I'm gonna leave it like this for about 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna take off the lid and stir everything around. And that's it. I've got my beer made. Here's a hydrometer. Let's take a sample here. I didn't sanitize this because I'm not going to pour this back in. Yeah, I'd say 1.045 is what we've got. Okay. Whoa. All right, so that's it. I want to thank Steve. I don't know if I guess Steve for sending me this Lion Dark Ale from New Zealand. Thank you very much, my friend, for sending me that. He's often around on Justin TV when we do our live cast on Friday night. I'm sticky. I'm going to go now. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, or 3 or 4 weeks, to taste that. And we'll see how she goes. Thanks for watching this simple home brewing video once again. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you soon, okay? Cheers. What the hell was that? Oh God. A bowl. Great. I just broke a glass bowl in the washing machine. The glass bowl was sitting on top of the washing machine, and I walked by and I knocked it and it fell in and smashed. So there. What the hell was that?